All right, guys, here it is. This is the 2025 Countryman. Here we are, side profile, nice wheels. This one's all black, so I like how it looks. And here we have our new tail lights here, Union Jacks, but you could also change it to, I believe, John Cooper style or classic style. I believe there's one more style. Maybe it's a Countryman Cooper. And the writing is still in satin, this color here. I'm sure there's a special name for it. But now it's just called a MINI Countryman. There's no MINI Cooper Countryman on the back. And this is a MINI Countryman S. And as you could see, our exhaust pipes are missing as well. And down here in thin, you could see the white lights that come on when you put the car in reverse. So that lights up your pathway so that the camera that's right here can see. And now you have a trailer hitch as well, which is something that the Countryman didn't come up with, because I just had a client on an older 2024 Countryman who put a trailer hitch on the back and wants to learn how to turn off the sensors. And so far, shop foreman and I have spoken, and we've spoken to 20 other techs. Nobody's ever done it. MINI wants you to put stuff on top of the car with that generation of car, not on the back. So there is no way to turn off the sensors on that car. Anyways, back to 2025. That's what we're looking at here. Okay. Nice car. I like it. It's bigger. That's for sure. Let's see if I can unlock it here. There's our blind spot detection in the side mirror. And it sort of resembles the MINI hardtop that I videoed earlier. The new 2025 MINI Cooper S. Now this is a MINI Countryman. And there we have our simplified door handles. Well, what was I doing? I was going to unlock the back so you guys can see. Here we are. I hear these seats are mainly plant-based. And I could tell, once you get into the car, you could tell there's a lot of recycled material, and it's good quality. The quality's good. I'm not complaining in any way. Save the planet. And we have our sports seats here. Those are some nice looking seats. They almost look like JCW seats on a Countryman S. I like it a lot. Oh, before I get in the front, USB-Cs right there. And is our vent open? Now it is, because there are these little tiny dots in the middle, as always. So this is closed, this is open, for those two vents to be open. I don't see a side vent, but I'm not going to say anything. Okay, I don't want to be spoiled. All right, I'm jumping in the front. So this car, it no longer has 189 horsepower. It has 241, just like the X1, the U11 platform, and up to 295 pound-feet. And it has the mild hybrid system, which makes this steering wheel extra smooth. That's one of the few things I noticed right away. As soon as I drove off in this car, I noticed that the steering wheel was ultra smooth. I like the grooving. Just like I said in the Countryman 2-door hardtop, the grooving on these are like M performance car steering wheels. Starting off in a MINI, the steering wheel is more aggressive than on a base BMW. Interesting. I didn't notice that's what looks at my eyes before. Now that I can see through the camera, I could see the blinking. But as I see it in person, I see nothing blinking there. So that's your driver attention camera. Another thing I noticed is the blinker stick is different. See this blinker stick right here? Yeah, I see it in there. The arrangement of things. You have an off button right on top for your exterior lighting. And then you move the switch down on the side. That puts it on auto. If you move it up, it turns it on, and it tells you here as well that it turned it on. Oh, there at the top of the screen. Now you can see it. But if I move it back down to auto, green light comes on. I like that. I also noticed there's a button on the end of the exterior lighting on the end of your blinker stick here. So, like I said, anything with 3 lines brings up a menu. So when I press that, it brings up our exterior menu, where we could turn on our automatic high beams, which is the A on the top left. Our lights are on auto. And right here is where you could change the design for your tail lights. So there we have Favored, Classic, and John Cooper Works. You can see here the design of the car. I like that they got the color right of the car in the screen. A lot of cars don't match the color. Okay, and then I'll click the home button. And there's Spike. So this is the home screen that we're told. But before we get in there, look around in the car. There we are, very nice materials, very nice and clean. And all I have in front of me is a heads-up display, which you can also adjust so that you can see it much better. As far as I could see underneath this rearview mirror, there's no garage door openers. So that's missing, so that's a package of the car, just like the X1. And here you can see on the roof, we have some buttons. Here we have one with 3 lines, so that's your interior lighting. And then you have your SOS. Kablam. There you are. That's all normal stuff. But this screen, oh, and you also have wireless charging down here. Nice. I like it a lot. And when you put your phone in here on the screen, it'll pop up and say wireless charging activated. You also do still have this box here in the center compartment to keep items in. And there's plenty of space under here, underneath this armrest that does not move, apparently. All right. And you have 2 USB-Cs down here. So you have 2 in the back and 2 up here. And then these switches are similar, exact like in the 2-door hardtop, where this is your park and brake, and it puts the car's transmission in park. And here you have drive, and when you click it again, it goes to low. And now I'll put the park and brake back on, and transmission. And you do notice there's no paddle shifters. And I did notice in the last video with the 2-door hardtop that, you guys were just like me, wondering where the paddle shifters are. Because this car has more power. So why take away the paddle shifters? This is a performance car, at least I thought. You still do have your experience modes. So we're in core right now, which is a similar color to the interior of the car. Then here's green mode, and it has to load up so the line goes to the other side. There we go. So that's efficient mode, and you can see it adds range here at the bottom. It shows you where you should stay with your right foot on power. And over here as well. I wonder what this is for. This is for your fuel. So let's change the experience again. You have vivid, which I went over with you. So if you're playing music, there should be some vivid stuff happening. And then you have the timeless, balance, trail. So the 2-door hardtop doesn't get a trail. This must be your off-road view. Let's take it out of that music stuff. How do I get it to the main one? Here, let's click on the speedo. Interesting. Right? Yeah, so that's trail. So that gives you a compass. Anyways, I'll jump into that a little more at a later date. But let's put it back to core, because this is all too distracting when you first get into this car. I need to drive this. Oh, there's go-kart. That's what I was looking for. Go-kart was all the way past core. So go-kart is basically sport mode. And you have a rev counter on this side. You have your gas. You have a speedo, but you also have a digital speedo up top. Speaking about the speedo, let's bring it up. Yeah, when I press on the speedo, so it shows a car, which is interesting. And then I'll put it in drive, and that shows a road. I'm thinking as you're driving, something's going on with this road, which I'm going to have to figure out. I'm thinking that it shows a speedo sign coming up as you're driving. And maybe something happens to the road itself. Maybe it turns red. But I haven't checked it out yet because I don't drive the car every day. Sorry guys, I can only do so much. And then so I'm gonna put us back to core so we're not so confused. And make sure I hit the home button. Yep, take me back home. So if you want that whole speedo thing, I'm thinking you could hit power. Yep, that brings it back up. Or you could hit the circle here as well. and that takes it away, the circle, the 0 miles an hour. That takes it away and brings it back. If you hit this P that's on the main screen, it takes you to your driver assistance systems, which I love that that's right up front. Now I do kind of wish that was a button. Oh, it is! It's a button down here as well! Wow, nice. So if I hit this, it should take me to the same spot. Nice! Those are important because your driver assistance systems, that's where you do your lane departure, your frontal collision, yeah, your steering wheel feedback, and you also have trailer mode. First time for a Mini I've seen trailer mode in there. So I'll go back, and then here you have drivetrain and chassis. I hit drive off support. Drive off support helps you drive off in case there are obstacles in your way so that you don't hit them. And I see there's auto hold there, so I'm gonna hit the hold box. I'm not trying to hit drive off support. So here we go. You can deactivate your auto stop start once before driving again. There's drive off support. Oh no, actually I was mistaken. It's for snowy conditions. There's another one. There's another setting that's for obstacles in your way. Drive off monitoring. Sorry. That one's called drive off monitoring. This is drive off support is for helping you to get unstuck out of ditches or whatever, out of snow, mud. But drive off monitoring is in the BMWs as well, so it looks out in front of you and it doesn't give you full power if there are objects in front of you. What else? What else do we need to go over for now? Other than, yeah, this is the new Countryman. And I would like some questions. I'm going to answer the questions on the hardtop here in a moment. I'm going to get in and see if I can reply to some of you guys' questions. But yeah, I think it looks great. It's bigger, it's more powerful. It has a mild hybrid system. Some people agree with how it looks, some don't. I think it looks great. And all of this is in satin around the front. And there's your adaptive speed box there, Distronic. And then you have the camera right here. A little tiny. And then you have these sensors all over the bumpers because it has PDC standard all over. And you have the side mirrors, just like the two-door hardtop. So there's some linearity going on there. And I always love the Countryman's roof. It always has this Range Rover thing going on. It's like a small Range Rover. Also check out right here, you could see on the hood. You see this? If it was in a different color, that'd be hard to see. There's a hood dome, like an M2. Wow, interesting. Ignore that Alero in the background. He knew I was posting a video and he parked next to me. But anyways, please bring me questions. All right. Until next time.